Hey friends, welcome on in. Today I'm excited to show you guys how to build the school bus that recently appeared in our build of Nuketown from Call of Duty. While we're working on this project on stream, which of course you can always find me streaming live on Twitch 5 times a week doing all sorts of awesome LEGO builds. Make sure you check me out on Twitch if you want to catch that goodness. But lots of people are telling me how much they love the school bus design that we had in our Nuketown build here. Let me switch the camera so we can show you it a little bit better. So you can see our beautiful Nuketown build here, which there are pictures of all over the social media, so make sure you go follow those as well. But I was really digging the way this bus came out, and you guys were as well. I'm actually going to take some time today to show you guys how to build that. If you want, I've also got a studio file in the description, so make sure you go down there, download that. That way you can find just the build, the digital file of it, and learn how to build that all on your own. But let's just dive in and start taking this guy apart so we can see how it's going to come back together. We're going to fast forward through this, so we'll see it in just a minute. Alrighty, we are now ready to dive in and start building this bad boy. Hopefully I can figure out how I had this assembled. One thing I want to know is, especially for the main body of the bus, kind of the bottom of it, I just used whatever plates I had available in yellow. The digital model uses a much more ideal setup of plates. I don't necessarily have a lot of big ones in yellow, so I have to kind of just use a mishmash of a bunch of different pieces. But we're just going to do our best to make it work. I think we're going to start just by building up the wheels and putting the wheels on the wheel wells, and we'll just kind of keep going from there. I'm of course going to talk about a bunch of the different techniques that we use all throughout this, so keep an eye out for all of that. Let's get started. We've got our wheels, and I picked a nice, I believe these are Pearl Dark Gray. They're like a metallic Lego piece that have a really nice, clean, simple looking room. I really think it's fitting for, you know, an old school style bus. Obviously, Nuketown being, you know, intended to be kind of a replica of the 50s nuclear demonstration facility. Fitting, and they look quite similar to what the ones in the game are. I have a lot of fond memories of playing on Nuketown for sure, though a lot of frustrating ones as well. It's definitely a fun map, but definitely get a little bit crazier for sure. So the bus is actually a little bit interesting in that it's not the same length on both sides. So these two parts do not rest evenly on both sides. One of them actually hovers over the wheels, one of them is one step in front. We'll kind of work on that in a second. I'm gonna try and remember. I have my digital model pulled work off of it. We've done something like this on the bottom, and then the wheels are in line with it. See if I can we had something like this going here. Remember, hey, create a square plate of this. Again, guys, what I'm doing right now is admittedly not very ideal. I've just kind of made it work with what I have on. Be aware that that's right now. Mumbo jumboing this all together. I guess we. Where we start. Easy. Man, I wish I had like paid more attention to what I've done. Oh, you know what? Okay, I think this had actually been offset forward. We'll see. We'll get there. Piece by piece. I'm just gonna start doing grill details. So I use the grills on the bus because I think they did a really good job of emulating the way that the picture on the side. We do it on the side. And then we also did 2 1x1 yellow studs. Around here, I can definitely tell I did not do things quite matching what I had done earlier. These gaps. Good job, me. Good job. We'll just grab another one real quick, so we can keep this. Figure out what else what I had actually done earlier. Obviously, it's important to connect over this. I think I used like a 2x10 plate or a 2x6 plate in there. Much better set. Brick pretty well. And then this, because we got to leave a space for brackets where the front and the back off of. Let's see, I think this is also going to be a little bit off, which is fine. I'll just find this again to just some 1x1 place. Not a big deal. Oops. Which makes sense. That actually adds up correctly. There were basically 4 studs in total that needed to be accounted for, and we were missing 4 studs. Like we just had a little bit of an off calculation there. Boom. Now the bottom of our bus, ready for us to put the top part onto. So we're gonna do the front part. So, and again, these could easily be replaced by 2x4 plates. I use 1x4s because that's all handy, or 1x4s and 2x2s. That actually kind of happens for both. Place right now. Front and back of the bus are very, very similar. And then we actually do a light bluish gray bumper. Fill that in. The 1x2 plate using the 1x4 slopes, double bowed slopes. And then on the front of the bus, we had a yellow tile with trans clear round tiles. Top of yellow studs, kind of help give that old school look of like a rounded sticking out headlight. And on the back we used a grill tile, kind of to, you know, animate like an exhaust kind of thing. Add some red. And then the front of the bus was a little bit longer than the back, so that there, right there, and boom, the whole bottom of our bus ready to go. Winning. All right, let's continue on with the next part. This is where we're gonna line up the stripes of the bus. We do 1x4s here. Again, you could do something like 1x10, any combination of plate work for this. And 1x6. Of course, whenever possible, you do want to interlock pieces. That way you know they're not gonna separate from the build. And then you might be wondering why I have these 2 1x2 gray plates, and that's actually how the windows of the bus attach. Probably one of the more unique parts of this build, the way that we attach all the windows to it. If I remember correctly, that goes right here. You'll see how that'll all come together in just a moment. Next up, we're going to build the window section. I'm actually going to start from the front of the bus. We're actually starting with the 2x4 tile because this is going to be resting against that are built vertically, which is where the front back windows of the bus come in. Let's start off with here. Looking at my studio file together. We actually are building sideways now in the middle of the build. How we're going to attach it is going to be obvious in just a moment. So we're actually going to put in a 1x2 Technic brick with 2 holes. That's actually what's going to line up and connect right here. The tile here is going to line up with this part so we can put a window. That's going to go on the bottom, and we surrounded that with 2 1x1 trans black bricks. From the side though, those are all going to look really, really nice. Now to get the top of the bus on, because we're building sideways now, we need some studs to work with. So that's why we have some snot bricks here, studs not on top bricks, to allow us to go to the top of it. And then we're just going to kind of continue this pattern of 1x4 bricks with 1x2 trans bricks. I have a lot of these. They used to be on the pick brick wall. I'm sure they would be pretty cheap on Bricklink as well. We do need to change it a little bit towards the end, so we have more space for connecting on top, because you don't want to just use 4 studs, because then it might start to bow up towards the end, whatever we attach on the top, which is going to be the white roof. So we want to make sure we're kind of keeping that in line. So if we do this last one, what we actually are going to do here is connect this. Now the reason it's here instead of being in the middle is because that's how the Lego math kind of works out. Lego math can be a little bit funny at times, but basically you need 5 plates in height for every 2 studs in width. So in order for the roof to line up on the studs appropriately, you have to have them spaced out like that. That's kind of a calculation you can build down to, because realistically you would do 1, 2, a row of studs, 1, 2, a row of studs, 1, 2, a row of studs, and that's how that spacing works out. Just keep that in mind whenever you're building sideways. And then of course to have the window gapping. Let's work, flatten that there. Then we can just close that in. Get some on it. And then, like I said we would earlier, we can use these 2 studs, connect them to the Technic brick in there, and boom. How nice does that look? Right? Beautiful. And I feel like it makes sense to face it towards the front of the bus. I don't know why, but the direction of it's kind of blowing that way just makes sense to me. I don't know. You could probably do it either way. So keep in mind, oh no, the Lego math would work either way as well. So that's the nice thing too. All right, next up we're going to do the front of the bus, the windshield, and the back windshield. The front windshield is a little bit more unique in that it has obviously some windows, or some side view mirrors, sorry. So we're using the newer 1x1 clip with bar, or 1x1 plate, 1x1 modified plate with bar, I think is what you would call it. So that way we can attach these claws on and have some side view mirrors there. We'll seal in the window and stuff just so that we know this together. Then we're going to use some of these claws with a clip attached to give us a nice side view mirror. Other side. No, I'm a little OCD, so I'm sure that they line up pretty close. We're going to put on the top part. Now the reason I chose the rounded 1x2 plate here, which not a lot of you might have because it is a newer piece, I thought it helped kind of indicate that there might be writing there, because I think even on these old buses they would have had like the signs that flip to show different information for like different routes and stuff, or it just had like the company name or something like that. And I just thought it looked nice, and it helped kind of imply the rounded shape of the front of the bus, which is a little bit harder to do with Lego, of course, because there's a lot of squared pieces, but I think this is a really good way for that to happen. So you might go, Nick, but where are you going to attach that to? And the key is that it doesn't actually attach on the bottom, but this roof piece that we have already built here, this one I didn't really need to show you how to build. It's just some plates with some smooth curved slopes, taking advantage of some of the new cut curved slopes as well. So I didn't really feel the need to take that apart or move. Very simple, but that's actually what's going to seal this all in together. So we're now going to do the back windshield as well. Very, very similar, except with just 1x1 plates because there's no side view mirrors. I use the rail plates as well to help extend it out towards the the front section of the bus, kind of the bumper area, so where the headlights are, because that sticks out fast. Here, we can just take our roof piece here and nicely seal that all in. Oops, used it a little funny. You could obviously attach it to the white piece. I might go on a little bit more smoothly. Oops, oh, I was putting this on backwards. I think it wasn't. There we go. Piece it all together nicely. And boom, you've got your little school bus. I think it's a really, really fun design. Could work great in a variety of builds. Obviously, this build isn't quite minifig scale. The idea was to get a lot of detail in a small space. So we kind of went more of like a paintball field scale, if you will. You know, where you would like expect to not necessarily find real life props or something. So this bus definitely kind of fits in with that. But I hope you guys learned some awesome techniques. Really hope you guys enjoy building this on your own. If you do, give it a try. Let me know what other kinds of things you would like to see on YouTube, guys. It's definitely appreciated. And then, of course, make sure you come by the stream to see how all of these builds come to life right before your eyes. Awesome chance to ask questions, suggest other things. We do viewer build requests on Monday, which are really fun as well. You should just come and check that out. Really appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time, guys. More building. Happy building out there.